Hello. How are you all? Hey, Lisa Marie. How are you? How's everybody doing today? Hey, Kimberly. Hey. How are you all doing? I am not up to much today. I've been working. I've been working on getting some stuff ready for the subscription that I've got going. So I am, let me get this shared. Nope, I gotta do it from my phone. I've got a pretty good idea of how I'm gonna get things done as far as the different tiers. I'm actually trying it out today because I know that there was a lot of conversation about people that have done, like, they paid in advance. So like if they paid 6 months of the basic tier or whatever, then if they want to do the higher subscription, I'm trying to figure out how that's going to work. Any updates on the questions workbook being uploaded to the website? So, Kimberly, since you are part of the subscription, shoot me. Nope, that's not going to work because I can't even get I'm having issues with OneDrive today. It was working this morning, and then I went to go share everything. I got everything uploaded and was getting ready to share it to the subscription page. And you guys, like, it totally just decided to just stop working and let me do anything. So, I'm still working on that. I have everything in the folder, but it's just a matter of getting it to you guys. And Rachel is troubleshooting on it on her end as well, because I don't know what is happening with it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this shared to Facebook so that people can hop on and join. Sorry, I see some questions coming in. Let me get this shared real quick, and then I promise I am going to answer questions. Okay. How long does it take to get login credentials for the CPC class if you did the payment plan? So 5 business days from the day that your down payment was drafted. So if your down payment was drafted today, then it will be next Wednesday. So 5 business days, not including the weekends. What do you guys want to talk about today? You got anything that you want to ask, that you want to chat about specifically? You're welcome. When did you sign up today? All right, I think I've got everything shared. Ooh, ICD-10 PCS. I honestly am probably the very last person that you want to ask, because ICD-10 PCS makes me cry, to be totally honest. I have tried to learn it multiple times, and I know enough to be dangerous about it, but that's about it. wish. Oh my gosh, I wish I could learn it. Like I have tried multiple times and I just can't get it figured out. You missed the answer. Does AAPC take payment plans? They do have payment plans. However, Legacy, which is where I teach, Legacy has payment plans as well. They are powered through SweetPay. Our prices are a lot better than AAPC, plus you get a ton more included in our packages, Ashley. So if you want to go out to the link in my bio and then kind of look around and ask me any questions that you have on those. When taking the exam, is there a question, like, are you saying while you're taking it? Holy cow, guys, I did not realize all of my flyaways. I washed my hair this morning, and I don't know if my hair was falling out, and so all the new growth is coming in, but, like, these flyaways are crazy. So during the exam, no, there's nothing that you can ask about. There's nothing, because the proctors for the exams are not AAPC certified. So they wouldn't be able to help you anyways. So you just have to guess on those answers, on those questions. Yeah, Ashley. So we do in our packages. Do you get the A removed at the end? Yes. So if you do our program, then you get the AAPC course to do your CPC. Once you complete that course and you get a 70% on all of your assignments or better, you would have to do the same thing with AAPC. Then your course will be complete. At that point, you will be ready to sit for your exam, and then you will get your membership and your voucher activated. And then once you pass your exam, at that point, then you would be entered into Practicode, which is what is going to remove the apprenticeship off of your certification. Once you have completed Practicode, then you'll submit everything to AAPC. And then once you've done that, then you can be enrolled in that internship that will give you on-the-job experience. Does Legacy have a radiology, interventional radiology certification self-paced course? We don't. So the only 3 courses that we are offering at this time are the CPC, the CPB for the billing, and then the CRC for the risk adjustment. We are looking into doing the CPMA if there's going to be enough interest in that, which is the auditing certification, but we have not made a final decision on that one yet. So if you are interested in the CPMA, let us know. Peachy K, just got my CCS. Any tips on finding entry-level coding positions? Apply to anything and everything that's out there. Even if it says it requires experience, apply anyways. If you do not apply, it's an automatic no, right? But if you apply and there are not people that meet all of the qualifications, they will start to go down the list potentially, and you could land a job that way. We've had students that have done it that way, and they applied and they said I didn't meet everything, but they reached out to me anyways, either because my resume was so great, because I did so well on the pre-employment exam, things along those lines. During the exam, if you're not familiar with any or with a procedure, any tips on how to tackle that? So from a CPC standpoint, you always have multiple choice at this point in time. It is 100% multiple choice. So I always tell our students, especially if it's a case, don't read the case. Go directly to your answers. Look at your answers first, and then start to pick out the details as you're reading or skimming through the case. Ashley, are we able to work full-time and take the course as well? Yeah, absolutely. So the way that our courses are structured, you have 2 options for courses. You can either do self-paced, where you do it whenever you are able to do it. So nights, weekends, days, 2:00 in the morning, whatever it is. Or you can do the instructor-led. You will still have the same assignments as your self-paced. You just have a 3-hour session every week. with me, and we go through scenarios, we go through questions, we go through basically anything that you have questions on. All of those instructor-led sessions are recorded and available for you to play back if for some reason you're not able to make it because of work or a schedule or kid schedules or whatever it is. Then you can go back and re-listen to that replay for the instructor-led program if you need to. Or it could be that we've gone all the way through everything and you need to refresh at the end before you take your course. You can always go back. Those recordings are always available to you. They don't ever expire. So you've got access to those. Let me make sure I wasn't missing a question. If you're not, if you're self-paced and you have questions, you can reach out to myself or Rachel anytime through an email, or you can schedule time one-on-one with a Zoom meeting with a link that we'll send you when you're a student. So yes, there are plenty of opportunities for you to reach out, and then we try to respond to all of our emails within 24 business hours. So we will get answers to you as soon as we can. I am trying to see what will happen if I create a subscription for a higher base, because right now I have the basic subscription plan that's $2.99 a month. What I am trying to do is create a higher level of the subscription that will include more perks. So right now in the regular subscription, I have to find my list of things because it's such a new thing that I'm doing. Right now in the list of questions, or not the list of questions, right now in the basic subscription, we include AAPC written questions that we go over during lives once a week. And then I'll do daily videos going over AAPC questions, process of elimination, things like that. We're going to do hot topic, quote unquote, lecture. So you guys are going to be able to basically vote on the topic that we talk about during our subscription only lives. That's Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I am going to try to do a higher tier that's going to include a second live every week where we will go over book prep. And I will just sit for at least an hour every week and just prep books together. You guys can ask all of the questions about book prep, all of that kind of stuff. And then we'll also do midterm and anatomy kind of stuff. So, okay, let me try to do this real quick. So Kimberly is going to test it out for me. I'm going to I'm going to do this. Oh, that's why I kept getting distracted. And there was one thing that I did have to do. I have to create a special sticker, which is weird that they require that you have your own sticker for a higher level. So let me try to do that really quickly. So Ashley says, I'm nervous to do it. I've been mainly doing billing as a payment poster. So, I mean, you have some experience. Don't be nervous about it. It's going to be hard. It's hard for anybody. But it's not impossible to learn. There's obviously going to be a learning curve and things like that. But don't Don't stress out about it, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I have a image that I'm going to use as a sticker. I just have to download it to my phone. Legacy graphics. Where is it? Okay, I'm just going to use this one for now. I don't know why this is. I'm just going to have to. Me and technology have not been getting along at all this week. I have been struggling with anything and everything I have possibly ever tried to do. Oh, dang it. Hang on, I'm gonna go back to the old subscription, update something here. It won't let me update it. I'm struggling on every aspect of everything today. While I'm trying to figure this out, you guys have any questions? Does it not let me? All right. Wow. Hey, Sherry. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so now I can come here. This, there's this. I don't know why they have to make this so complicated. I'm gonna add book prep. Submit. Okay, so I believe I'll give it just a second. No, you're fine, Sherry. You just started your self-paced course with AAPC, nervous and excited. It's a lot for sure. But it's going to be totally worth it. Okay. So Kimberly, if you go to the page for the subscriptions, there is a standard option. Since you paid ahead of time for your subscription, and I think you did like 3 months or 6 months, will you see what it would take to basically upgrade? So did you just pay the difference? Is that what it did? Okay. And then you just kind of pay the difference between the two? Okay. So Ashley, do you have to take prerequisites before starting the course? No, it is not a requirement. However, it is encouraged So you paid okay, hang on. Let me do the math here. So you paid an additional $25.30 on top of whatever it was that you paid before. Yeah, that sounds about right because it's $6 more per month. So 6 times 4 or 6 times 3 is 18. No, that's not right. Okay. Okay, so back to the prerequisites. It is not a requirement. It is highly suggested if you don't have any experience from a healthcare standpoint, because when we're doing questions, when you're doing scenarios, when you're learning things, then those prerequisite courses are going to get you familiar and teach you the med term, the anatomy, and all of those other things that will help it make sense so that you're not having to learn the coding and the med term at the same time. Now, if you already have that foundation of knowledge, then it's definitely like you can skip it, right? It's not anything that with us, we're going to say you have to show proof that you've taken a course, that you have the knowledge, anything along those lines, but it does help. So that's why we encourage it. Okay. So now Kimberly, I got to find another night to do a live for book prep. Or would a weekend be better? Because I cannot do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday because I've already got commitments on those nights. So would a Saturday morning work for book prep for the additional live? No, Ashley, you are totally fine. That's what I'm here for. How long does book prep, or not book prep, how long do the prerequisites typically take? They typically take, I think we usually will have like students, I mean, you have up to 12 months, but students typically complete it in, I think usually 3 months is about average. I'd have to go back and look. You can't do weekends because of kids' schedules. Okay, no, it's totally fine. I can do Friday nights. Would like early evening work? Like, what time zone are you in, Kimberly? Remind me. Yeah, especially Saturday morning with the warm weather coming. I know. You're in Central. What's the earliest you could do on Fridays? I just don't know that I want to tie up every Friday evening for me, you know. 5. Okay. So earliest you could do is 5 Central, so that would be 6 Eastern. Let me think about what I can do, and I'll let you know. I'll kind of think about it. I could do Sunday nights. Yeah, I could absolutely. Would Sunday evening, Sunday night work for you, Kimberly? When weekend evenings? Okay. So let's kind of think Sunday evening. Would you want to do like kind of like that same time, like 6 p.m. for you? Well, 5 p.m. for you, 6 p.m. Eastern. I also need to figure out when I do lives, if I can do it per tier. I gotta figure that out because I didn't think about it. I'll have to look and see. Okay. So 6 p.m. Eastern for the second live if you do the higher subscription. Let me see. Does it even tell me who does what tier? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure all of this out. As far as who's doing what tier too. Because I've got to make sure that anybody that does the lower tier doesn't have access to the videos. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure this out and I will let you know. Well, we'll work out the details, but at least I know, how it works if somebody did the basic previously and then they're upgrading to the standard. So Jen, this is for the TikTok subscription. So Kate, so upgrade is getting both tier subs. Yes, you can cancel the lower and keep the higher. So when you are on the live, let me look at it from your guys' side and I'll show you. Is it in the bottom left? Is that where it says? So space, enter. We're all trying to figure this out together, guys. I'm so new to this subscription, so I don't want to make sure that I'm telling you guys one thing and then it turns out to be something totally different. Okay, so Kimberly, and I just saw this here, whenever you are updating it, so on this page, then it says the new subscriber offer applies to the first month only. Nope, just kidding. That's not for an upgrade. It doesn't even give me the option to do a multiple month. That's what's weird. Oh, okay, now it does. So then if I upgrade to the other plan, okay, so it canceled automatically the first subscription and then you won't be charged for the second one. Perfect. Oh, thanks, Savannah, for subscribing. I appreciate it. Again, we're all trying to figure this out. I am figuring this out with you, and I'm going to try to figure out. So, how do I do it from this end so that oh, you upgraded to one for the 3 months. Okay. So I have a question. Does it matter when getting your CPC and CPB if you have to have an associate's degree? No, you do not. I have my associate's degree because I was duped into it by a college years and years and years ago. And I thought, it was 17, 18 years ago. I thought that that's what we had to do because they told me that that's what we had to do. But no, it is not a requirement to have an associate's degree. I will be totally honest. My associate's degree has not really opened up doors that my certifications have not opened up, and I'm saddled with student debt and I'm still paying it off. So if I had to do it all over again, I would have never in a million years done, the associate's degree, and I would have just done a course that prepared me for the certification. Okay, I'm going to have to. So Tammy, you don't get the option to upgrade. So if you go to, let me pull it up on the other side as well again. If you go to my page, then when you click on when you click on this little thing over here where it says community, and it says community, and then there's a change option here, then it should give you a screen that looks like this that can upgrade from the current plan to the new one. So the higher tier is going to include book prep lives. I'll do another thing to make sure that 6 p.m. on Sundays will work for everybody. And then again, I will make a other separate playlist on YouTube that people can go and listen to that for anybody that subscribes. So I will get that done. And then, yes, yeah, Kimberly. So the basic does not include book prep, second live videos. So if you do the basic, okay, the $2.99 a month, the basic is going to include Monday night lives, and those are 8 p.m. Is that what we decided? Isn't that what we did? So Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard for just the basic lives. And then the higher one, the standard, that's going to be the $8.99 a month. And that's going to include a second live that we do every week. That one's going to be on Sundays, more than likely at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then that's going to include live book prep videos. And it will include MedTerm and anatomy, where we can go over that and kind of refresh on that. So let me see if I can do, again, I'm trying to figure all of this out. Let me see if I can do a sub-only video for each additional tier. I don't know how that's going to work. So everybody can view. No, it shouldn't be everybody can view, because I have to do a video, not a picture. No? Am I on the right? I don't even know if I'm in the right section. Yeah? Next. Subscribers. No. So everybody gets access to all of the videos. Oh, Carrie, you're saving up. Yeah. So, and I don't know if you know this, but Legacy has payment plans available. So you don't have to have the entire amount ahead of time. As long as you have enough to do your down payment and then your monthly payment, then you can still do it without having to pay everything ahead of time. It's the same cost for you either way. Well, there is a little bit of interest if you do the payment plan. It's not like a huge amount, but it's not like we charge anything extra. The interest with the payment plan is going to add just a little bit to your monthly payment. So getting my diploma, so I'm able to get my certification through AAPC and HEMA is good. Yeah. Yeah. I know many of my coworkers and even some of my managers, they only have certifications. They don't have multiple degrees or, anything along those lines. Yep. Oh, Tammy, thanks for supporting me with the subscription. I appreciate it. Upgrading to support plus the MedTerm stuff will be helpful. Awesome. Thanks, Suzanne. But it would also give me the option to sit. So you don't have to have, that's the nice thing about the coding industry, is you do not have to have any degrees whatsoever to sit for any certifications. Minus, there's two, the RHIT and the RHIA. But any of just the coding certifications and not the record and the health information management and all of that, any of your true coding certifications, so like AHIMA's, CCS, CCA, and then AAPCs, CPC, CPB, CRC, CPMA, all of those do not have any type of a requirement for sitting for your exam. The only requirement that they have with AAPC is that you have to have an active membership. And is literally the only requirement. Any tips for the CPMA exam? Make sure you know E&M and medical decision making forward and backwards. Make sure you are comfortable with coding infusions and catheter placements and things along those lines. Make sure you know, I'm trying to think of it's been so long since I've taken the CPMA, but I remember those were two very, very massive topics on the exam. If you get the AAPC study guide for the CPMA, then it has it's very, I remember that's how I studied. But it's been so long, I don't even have that study guide anymore. But if you do the CPC, not the CPC, if you do the AAPC CPMA study guide and you do the AAPC practice exams, then that will set you up. Candace, is it a yearly subscription, or you can do either one? You can choose to do monthly, or you can choose to do, I think it's 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. So you can do whichever package it is that works. Hey, Ebony, do you know how much the annual AAPC membership is? I believe it's $222 now. So Tammy, you're still not seeing a change option. So are you on, Tammy, are you on the page here? And then you go to the subscription page. Nope, sorry, I'm on the wrong, hang on. I keep switching back and forth and I forget that I've switched back and forth. Are you on the page that looks like this, Tammy? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Subscribe. Yeah. So the subscribe in the bottom left-hand corner. Are you on a page that looks like this? If you are, then come over here and click the word community. And then that should give you the option to change up here. And then once you click change, then it gives you the option you are currently basic and then you want to go to the standard. You got it? So Tasha, if you don't, oh, hang on, I missed a couple questions. Is the CPC practice exam similar in difficulty to the final, like the final exam from your course, or the certification exam itself, Courtney? They're going to be similar either way. Yeah, you can use highlighters in any of your books. Absolutely. Tasha, if I don't have an updated CPT and HCPCS book, should I buy them for the CPMA exam? I would. Make sure that you have a 2024 or 2025. If you're purchasing books, then I would go ahead and purchase the new ones, the 2025. Absolutely. Stephanie, just starting out on CPT and HCPCS. Any advice? I just got through the ICD-10 CM chapters. So are you doing the AAPC course, Stephanie? How long did it take me to get a job after getting certified? I would say, hang on, I have to think about this because it was a long time ago. I got certified in February and I got a job in... See, I got certified in February. I got married in April. I think it was in October is whenever I got my first job. So about 6 months. 7 months, I think. Oh, Tammy, you had to update the app. Yeah. No, you're fine, Candace. The membership from AAPC is, if you're purchasing it not as a student, it is $222 a year. So once you are certified, you will have to do that on a yearly basis, and that is going to be a cost that you'll have every year. So Stephanie, am I missing? Oh, just got through chapter 6. Starting the whole book seems, yeah. So chapter 6, Chapter 6 is a lot because you are being introduced to CPT, HCPCS, modifiers, global surgery packages, all of the things, right? Take it one section at a time within Chapter 6. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be an expert on it. Once you get to Chapter 7, Chapter 8, Chapter 9, it's going to kind of tie in together and it's going to make sense. Brittany, you just signed up with AAPC today. You do have to be a member in order to sit for the exam. So if you purchase just the course, then you do have to, whenever you purchase your exam voucher, you do have to at that point purchase the membership for sure. So I would highly recommend not doing Penn Foster only because, okay, I'm not hating on Penn Foster. I'm not trying to get you to come over to us or anything. I have heard a ton from students that have done the Penn Foster program and they feel that it lacks in instructor support. From the feedback that students have given me is that when you send an email, it takes forever to get a response. They don't even send you the correct books or the correct manuals. They send you a CPT manual that is not allowed to be used on the exam, and then you have to pay over and above, and all of those things. So if I were you, Tiffany, I would do a little bit of research in some of the coding groups. Now, granted, take some of the feedback with a grain of salt, because there are some of those groups that are not the most positive. Let's just put it that way. But do some feedback and see what actual students are doing. Since I've never gone through the course, I can't give you my personal opinion or feedback on it. So just do that and see if you can kind of get a gauge. If you do want to go directly through AAPC, or you want to not go through Penn Foster, look at our course at Legacy, because our course is a lot lower in cost and we include a lot more than AAPC. So AAPC's course right now, for just the self-paced course, doesn't include books, doesn't include, anything. It literally is just the course, and I think it might be a membership, is $27.99. The course with Legacy Education you get for $2,700, and then you can use code TRCC, and it takes $270 off, or 10%. And so I think it brings it down to like $2,430, I think is the number that it brings it down to. You get the course, you get your textbook, your workbook, all of your coding manuals, you get coaching, you get book prep, you get boot camp, you get your AAPC membership for a year, you get 2 exam vouchers, you get Practicode to remove the apprenticeship, you get resume services, and you get an internship. So over and above, you're paying less for like 10 times more. So take a look at our program that we offer that is AAPC material. So no, it's not necessarily, Candace, it's not necessarily if you're a student of AAPC. If you have work experience, then you can get certified and immediately get your apprenticeship off. If you go through a course that is 80 hours, it could be an AAPC course, it could be another course with another program. But as long as that course or that program is 80 contact hours, then you can use that as 1 year of experience, and then you can do Practicode on top of that to remove the apprenticeship. How do you study? You feel like you have to memorize things. Do not memorize. Memorization is only gonna just make you feel like you are failing at everything. Use your books. You can take your books into the exam. So learn how to use your books, make notes in your book, but don't make too many notes. I have book prep that is available to kind of help with that right amount of note taking that can be entered into the book. So that will help with deciphering guidelines. It will help, I'm trying to find a good guideline. It'll help with guidelines. It will help with just notes. It'll help, kind of put some med term and some anatomy into the books as well, which I am actually doing a giveaway right now for book prep. So if you're not a Legacy student, and the only reason I say if you're not a Legacy student is because it's already included in your tuition. If you want to enter in for the book prep giveaway, it ends tomorrow night. So all you have to do is go to my bio. I'm trying to get it pulled up here. If you go to my bio, okay, and then you click on, nope, that's not what I wanted. Hang on. If you click on this little link right here, this link tree, and then down at the bottom, it's the first one. And then this very top, it's a book prep giveaway. All you have to do is just fill that out and then share a video. That's all you got to do. You just have to repost the video here on TikTok. Yes, Tiffany, the TRCC code, yes, it works with the payment plan. Yep, Bree, we do have payment plans that are done through SweetPay. So application is free. It is not based on your credit, so it doesn't affect your credit at all. They do have you enter in some identifying information just so that they can confirm your identity. And then as long as you have a bank account, everybody's approved. It's TRCC. So Tiffany Roach Coding Coach is the discount code. Andrea, are you a student of Legacy? So if you recently signed up, Rachel has started including it in that welcome email that you would have gotten. But if not, shoot me a message with your email and I will get that link over to you, Andrea. Legacy, yes. So Legacy has 2 different options. We have a self-paced option, which is the $2,700. And then we have an instructor-led option, which includes everything that the self-paced does, but you get 3 hours of instruction every week. And that is $3,700. Again, that code TRCC is good for everything, including the courses that are on the Legacy website. Oh, you're in March class. So if you're in March class that starts next Tuesday, if you look at the email where it has the link for our sessions on Tuesdays, then at the top there should be a OneDrive folder that says, I think it just says CPC prep class, and then it's got 311 behind it. If you click on that link, then there is a book prep document in there. Tiffany, right now that discount code does not have an expiration date. What's the difference between insurance billing and coding specialist and medical coding? Insurance and billing is just going to be just the billing side of things. You're not really going to be like reading the records and extracting the information. Coding specialist, a lot of times your medical coders are called coding specialists. It's just going to depend on the way that your employer or your prospective employer is going to title their positions. Like for instance, at my company, a lot of our coders are payment integrity professionals. They're not even medical coders or medical coding auditors or anything like that. They are payment integrity professionals. Brittany, hardest chapter by far is chapter 10 for cardio. By far. That is the one that everybody struggles with. Kayla, yes, you are in March class as well. I can't believe it's already time for March class to start. Ariana, yes, you can go to the link in my bio, which is medicalbillcode.com/CPC. And there is a book prep section there. So I'm actually going to pull it up here on my computer. And I will show you guys the website really quickly. I'm going to get it all pulled up here. Come on. And then I'll get my phone turned around. If I can get. All right. So this is the website. Close out of some of this stuff on the desktop so you don't see a ton of stuff in the background. And then you'll go to your medical coding courses tab. And then on this page, this is where you'll find the courses that we offer. Let me make this a little bit easier for you guys to see the screen and not just part of it. So you'll have the coding courses. Study materials are going to be any study guides. So we offer the CPC, the CPB, and the CRC study guide. We have AAPC official practice exams. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, you've got book prep. So if you are self-studying or you are not a student of Legacy, then you can come out here and purchase this. I am doing a giveaway right now for book prep. So if you go to the link in my bio, there is a Jot form out there. It's the very first link on that link tree for that book prep giveaway. Do I have any idea how much the payment plans are? Tiffany, I honestly don't know because I don't deal a whole lot with the financing company. But I can tell you that what they do is they take the cost of whatever it is that you're financing, take the 10% out for your down payment. They split that up in 12 remaining payments. And then there is a small finance charge. I think somebody had said that the finance charge that they had gotten for their plan is about 5%. Yes, so the book prep is available in the CPC class. If you sign up either CPC self-paced or instructor-led, either one, your book prep is included. Yeah, Kayla, it's going to be a crazy 12 weeks for sure. I have a lot of students that'll message me and they're like, hey, I'm really excited to get started. What do I do before class? And I'm like, enjoy your time before you're going to regret every choice you've ever made in your life. Yes, Tiffany, book prep is included in the tuition. Bree, honestly, in my opinion, obviously I'm a little bit biased, but here's the thing and I'm going to show you this because I know we've talked about it a little bit, but I'm going to actually show you. If you're doing the self-paced course, I'm going to warn you guys, my husband is getting ready to walk in the door and my dogs are going to lose their ever-loving minds. So there's going to be a little bit of chaos here in just a couple minutes. So if you do the self-paced course, it is $2,700 with Legacy, right? So with Legacy, $2,700. Hang on, I'm going to $2,700. Okay. You get the class itself, you get the workbook and the textbook, and then your book bundle. So the CPT, HCPCS, and ICD-10. All of those are physical copies. You have time with a coach as needed. You get 1 year of membership, 2 exam vouchers, a CPC official practice exam. You get all of the book prep included. You get a CPC boot camp included. You get Practicode, which will remove the apprenticeship from your certification. You get an HCC internship that will count. I knew it was coming. You will get an internship that will count as on-the-job experience, and then you get resume services. Okay? Now, if we go to AAPC, if I can type. If we go to the AAPC website and we look at their certification packages, right? Or their education packages. Their lowest course only includes the course itself. It includes lookup assistance, which honestly, as a student, you guys are not going to use that and it's not going to benefit you. And you get 1 year membership. And that is already $100 over what we offer at Legacy without any of those crazy benefits. Okay. So if you do the self-paced $2,700, I'm going to add this to my cart. And then I'm going to open my cart and I'm going to enter in. So look, you have $29.75 and that's what you're going to pay. We don't charge shipping. We don't charge any of that. But if you add code TRCC, nope, not truck. I knew it was going to auto correct on me. If you add code TRCC, it pulls it down to $26.77. So on top of this $29.49, or sorry, this $27.99, on top of that $27.99, they're still going to charge you tax and they're going to charge you out the yin yang for shipping. And you only get those 3 things. You don't get everything that's included in Legacy. So just keep that in mind. What advice can you give a new RN doing your class? That's a hard thing because as an RN, you have a lot of clinical knowledge that you cannot read into when you are a coder, because as a coder, we can only go with what is documented, right? So when you are an RN, you have to kind of forget some of that clinical knowledge, which unlearning is so much harder than learning. So just give yourself a little bit of grace and go with exactly what is written on the page. That's the biggest piece of advice for an RN. Yes, Tiffany. So we do have a dual certification course. So let me get back to it. We do have a dual certification course. It is the CPC CPB course. And the way that we do our dual certification, if you do AAPC, they're going to enroll you in everything from day one, and you have 12 months from day one to complete both, plus your exam, plus, everything, right? The way that we do our dual course at Legacy is we do a rolling enrollment. So you will start with the CPC, you will have 1 year. Then once you complete that course, that's when we activate your membership and your exam voucher, so that they're not sitting there wasting away and ticking away while you're doing the course, and your 1 year for your exam starts the day that you the day that you tell us that you're ready to start the certification portion. Then once you are CPC certified, we will then enroll you in the billing course, and you have 12 months from that. Same thing. You'll do, once you're done with the course, you'll let us know that you want us to activate your voucher, and you've got 12 months for that. So it's a rolling enrollment. Jackson Peach, where can you find the practice exams? So if you go to the medical coding courses page, so medicalbillcode.com/CPC, and this is your page here. You'll go to the practice exams section, and then we offer the practice exams that are directly from AAPC for the CPB, the CPC, and the CRC. I'm getting to the rest of your questions, guys. Sorry, I'm a little long-winded today. Shelly, you've been an RN for 16 years and you're looking to do this. Yeah, it's a great transition for sure. I work with a lot of coders that are RNs. So how long does it take to complete the course? It's going to completely depend on each individual. You have up to 12 months to complete it, but you can complete it quicker. Our average is like 4 to 5 months is our average for the course completion. So Shelly, you don't know where to start. Take a look at Legacy Education, which is where I teach, which is what I'm showing you guys. Take a look at our packages and let me know if you have any questions. Is the practice exam on Legacy the same as the AAPC exams? The ones that are listed as AAPC, yes. These are the exact same ones. We are licensed educators with AAPC, so we are able to offer those to you as well. And then the ones that do not have AAPC in front of them, these are not the official practice exams, but these are question banks that we license the material of AAPC, and they are written by AAPC. So you can use these to practice if you want that additional practice. Financial benefits of the dual cert. Do you mean like as far as once you get out into the workforce? There are a lot of positions and employers that will see that dual certification, that you not only have that coding knowledge, but you have that full revenue cycle knowledge from the billing standpoint as well. Yeah, Tiffany, that rolling enrollment. Yeah, that's a huge thing that we have. There's a lot of other courses out there that are AAPC licensed that are similar to ours, but they do the same thing. They enroll you in everything at the beginning and just say, here it all is, and have fun with it type thing. So we know that that is something that we can offer to you guys, is that rolling enrollment. So it takes that timing stress away from you, so you don't feel like you're cramming everything in all at once. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? So, Tiana, the AAPC official practice exams are not included in the tuition, but anything that is an unofficial resource, so like these practice exams that are down here, these are included. We do include one AAPC practice exam, but it is not one that anybody can purchase. It is special only for the students of an AAPC course. With the instructor led, will I be ready to take the exam at the end of the course or continue studying? If you can keep up with the homework and the assignments, then yes, you can absolutely. I've had multiple students that were able to keep up with the assignments and be ready at the end of that 12-week period. And then I even had a student that we ended on a Tuesday and she tested on that Saturday. But you do have up to 12 months to do that whenever you're ready. Trying to decide if CPC or CDI is better. You just want to transition away from the bedside. Trust me, I get it. I have thought so many times over the years of, hey, why don't I just go get my RN, And then I'm like, I don't know that I want to be bedside. I just don't know that I could do it. So trust me, I get it completely. One of the things that people do tend to do, especially if they are transitioning, is start out with your CPC and then see if it's something that you want to do from like a CDI standpoint. And then there's even a lot of, like, for instance, some of the nurses that I work with, I work for an insurance payer. And some of the nurses that I work with, they have their RN and they have their CPC. They don't have CDI certifications. They don't have like all of these crazy things. There's a lot of your insurance payers that will hire RNs with CPCs because it's good to have that clinical knowledge from an auditing standpoint. Oh, Tiffany. Yeah. So yeah, if you have any other questions about Legacy, let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions. Rhonda, would the ABC exams be enough for me to use? Yeah. Yeah. The ABC exams are very good. So the ABC exams are going to mimic the exam very closely, for sure. Tiana, do you recommend to do the anatomy course first and then the CPC? If you don't have knowledge of medical terminology, anatomy, all of those things, then it is highly recommended. It's not a requirement, but it is highly, highly recommended for sure. Hey, April, how are you? Yeah, most of your jobs now are going to be work from home. Not every single one of them. Don't go running out and saying that Tiffany said everybody gets to work at home. I wish. But majority of your jobs now are going to be work from home. Kindness. Are you a student of Legacy? You're welcome, Tiffany. I'm happy to answer any questions. So how much experience can you put on your resume after the internship? So if it takes you 6 months to complete the internship, it's 400 cases that you have to code and complete. Then you can put 6 months. So if it takes you right at a year, then you can put on 12 months of experience. It just depends on how long it takes for you to complete those cases. Oh, April, you're working on month's end. Oh, I remember those days. I am luckily in a position now that I don't have to have that stress of month's end, but I remember those days. Kayla, you're cracking me up. The med-term and anatomy is not included in the instructor-led. But if you feel like you need knowledge of med-term and anatomy, you can absolutely study it while we're going through the course. If you don't want to pay for that MTAP program or the prerequisite, this is a great book. You can get this on Amazon. Betsy Shyland. Medical Terminology and Anatomy for Coding. It is an amazing, amazing resource. I even still will pull this out and look at things when I'm trying to explain things to students all the time. Okay, so kindness. If you are wanting these exams, these practice exams, then you can go to the medicalbillcode.com/CPC website, and that's the website that I'm looking at now. And there's a practice exam section here. And this is where you can get all of those practice exams. Oh, April. I resound with that sentence very well. It's been a week and it's only Wednesday. I get it completely. Yeah, Kimberly, that book is amazing. It is medicalbillco.com. It's this right here. medicalbillco.com. You can purchase both courses at the same time, complete the anatomy, and then do your CPC. Yep. So if you do the CPC course and you purchase the prerequisite, or what we call MTAP, if you purchase that all at the same time, you will get enrolled in MTAP. You will have 12 months to complete the medical terminology, anatomy, and pathophysiology. Once you are finished with that, then we will enroll you in the CPC course, and then your 1 year mark for CPC starts at that point. It's not all at the beginning. Sorry guys, I'm looking at something because it's saying, I don't know what this is. I'm getting a little notification on my phone. Any other questions? Oh, you're welcome, Tiana. Absolutely. Everybody that's on, has everybody heard about the book prep giveaway that I'm doing? If you haven't, go to the link in my bio. Go to that link tree that's there and enter into the book prep giveaway. I know there's been some people that have hopped on and some people that have hopped off. So make sure that you guys know that that is there. Also, if you did not hear, I have a new level of subscription that's available. And the higher level of subscription will include a second live weekly. And we will go over book prep. I'm purchasing a whole separate CPT manual, and we're going to do book prep on a weekly basis on Sundays. MTAP is optional. If you don't have medical terminology, anatomy experience or knowledge, then it's recommended that you do some type of, you don't have to do hours, but you just have to do some type of something to help you make sense of medical terminology and anatomy to learn it, and it will make learning the coding aspect a little bit easier. Can the CPC exam be scheduled after graduation? Yeah, absolutely. You do have to complete the course with a 70% or better in order to have that count as 1 year of experience. But yes, you can absolutely do the CPC exam once you have finished the course. It's usually recommended that we do it that way. You come from a technology compliance background, not medical. Could I do this? Yeah, anybody. We've had people that have switched from teaching. We've had people that have switched from law enforcement. We've had people that have switched from all different kinds of backgrounds. What other questions you guys have? Anything else you want to look at? Anything else you want me to... Sherilyn, you entered in the giveaway? Good. Awesome. So if you read everything down at the bottom, the giveaway, it ends tomorrow night at 11:59. So entries will close at 11:59. And I will draw Friday morning and then email out Friday morning to the winner. So keep an eye out on your email. Make sure that you are looking at your spam folders. And if you do not get an email, then you are not a winner. I will try to go live and say who it is. Not live. I will try to make a video and say who it is. And then if you're on Facebook, I'll make a post and say who it is. But that is how the winner is officially going to be announced. Is they will just receive an email. I don't know. I have to look. There may be an option for me to send out an email to those that did not win and just let you guys know. But I have to look and see what the options are for the platform that I'm using. What do I view as a major reason for people making this career change? I mean, there's a lot of things. I don't know that there's one specific thing that a lot of people decide is what, we have people that are doing, bedside nursing that want to get out of hands-on field, or we have people that, they're tired of doing what it is that they've done and they just want to make a career change. There's not really, I think that the work from home aspect is very enticing to people. Now, again, that's not a guarantee that you're going to be able to get a work from home job, but I think the idea of potentially working from home is very enticing. I will say that there are some schools that will, I'm trying to think of the way to say this very nicely, that will prey on people and say, oh yeah, you can work at home with your kids. You can do this, you can do that. You can, be flexible. You can work as many jobs as you want. And not saying that it's not possible, but it's not likely. Most of your employers are going to make you sign an agreement that you will not work at home with your children, that you will have additional childcare for them, because coding is a very detail-oriented job. Therefore, if you are taking care of your children, if you are chasing them around, if you're getting them breakfast, if you're doing all of those things and you're supposed to be working, you are not paying attention to the detail that you need. Another thing too is a lot of your employers will have you sign a non-compete as well. So keep that in mind. I know that there is someone out there that does tend to say, you can work as many jobs as you want. You can have the flexibility of working whenever you want. And majority of your jobs, especially as an entry-level coder, are going to specifically require daytime hours, no weekends, no nights. Because if they're training you, they want to make sure that you understand the information. And they're not going to want you out there coding at 3:00 in the morning that you don't have anybody to answer questions or, whatever it is. So just keep that in mind. Not telling you that it is impossible, but it is not as likely and as common as some people make it out to be. I don't want to be Debbie Downer. I don't want anybody to think that. But I just want to be realistic, because I wouldn't want anybody to mislead me on why I should do this, or I'm going to have all of this flexibility and I can work whenever I want, wherever I want, as little or as much as I want. And then I get out in the field and I realize that it is not that way at all. I would be a little perturbed, but I like to be realistic and make sure that you are getting the correct information. Oh, kindness, your course instructor doesn't it? Oh, I hate that you don't have any interaction with your instructors. That is a pet peeve of mine as an instructor, is I know, that I've been through it, and I know what it's like not getting answers from your instructors. So, Kayla, there is a very high-level overview of MedTerm and anatomy, but it's not super in-depth. Don't freak out. I promise. It's gonna be okay. I have multiple students that do the course and they don't have knowledge. Hop onto Amazon and get this book. Get this book. I promise you it's going to be the best $70 you've ever spent. Like I said, I go through this book every now and then and use it. Yeah, you just bought that book. Okay, yeah. Just do that at the same time that we go over certain areas of the course. It might take you a little bit longer to complete the assignments, and that's totally fine. You have 12 months to complete your assignments. Okay? So don't freak out on me. Don't stress over it. It's totally fine. I promise it'll be fine. So Ashley, you're waiting to see what kind of financing you get. So they may email you today since it's later in the day. It may be tomorrow when they respond with your financing options, but it usually will not take longer than a day. Hey, Rachel. Jeannie, you are counting down the days. I know you are. I know you are. Last day is tomorrow, and then you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and then you're starting that new job on Monday. I need to hear how your first day goes. Smurf, are you going through AAPC? Sherilyn, I think you are getting filtered. I don't know what it is, because I have not seen a comment come through for you. I just saw the am I getting filtered? So maybe try to word your question a little bit differently. Jamie, yes, we have financing options through SweetPay. So on our website, if you come out here and then go to the financing options, then it'll take you to the application for SweetPay. April, you took a practice exam last night, made an 80. That's awesome. That's a good job. Is that the first practice exam that you've taken? Oh, you're not getting any instructor interaction, Smurf? Sherilyn, I saw that one. So I passed all the practice ones, and I know that actual test is hard. I'm telling you. Which practice exams are you taking? Are you just doing the ABC? The ABCs. So how many times have you taken them? So the only reason that I'm asking you that is because it is very, very, very possible. Here, I'm going to switch my camera back around. Hang on. Let me switch. Let me get it here, and then I'll switch it back around since we're not showing the courses anymore. So when you are doing the ABC, if you've done them enough, then you can, you're probably starting to remember the questions a little bit more. So that's probably why you're starting to get higher scores. If it's at all possible, trust me, I know money does not grow on trees, but if it's at all possible, get D, E, F, and then see how you do on the newer sets and see if there's different areas that you might struggle with in those others. How do you find the modifier that you need without reading every single one in the appendix? That's a good question. From a testing standpoint, they will, obviously it's multiple choice, so they'll give you what modifiers they're looking for. They will likely test you on 51, 59, bilateral, they left, right, your toes, your fingers, okay? A lot of the ones that they are going to test you on, minus your anesthesia, are going to be on the inside of your CPT. So you've got your CPT manual, and you've got your modifiers here. This is the majority of the modifiers they will test you on. Okay? With the exception of the anesthesia. So my piece of advice is for your anesthesia modifiers, pull them out into your CPT manual and pull them into your anesthesia guidelines. That's my biggest piece of advice whenever it comes to modifiers. Do I offer an exam workshop? So I have a boot camp. Yeah, I do have a CPC boot camp that I'm hosting on March the 22nd. So 2 Saturdays from 3 days, so 2.5 weeks. I don't know why I didn't just say it that way. So in 2.5 weeks, March 22nd, I'm hosting a CPC boot camp. It is $150, but if you use code TRCC, then it is $135. It takes $15 off. We start at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we end at anywhere between 5 and 6 Eastern Standard Time. It also includes 2 AAPC practice exams, not official practice exams, but questions that are written by AAPC. And then it also includes ICD-10 CM annotated guidelines. If you are certified and you take the boot camp, then you do get 8 CEUs. Oh, Maribel, you just saw the giveaway. Yes, if you guys have just joined and you have not heard me talk about it. Sorry, I have a dog making some noise in the background. If you have not heard about the giveaway, I am doing a book prep giveaway. So today and tomorrow, you can enter all the way through 11:59 p.m. And I'm going to give away 1 set of all CPT files for book prep. Sorry, I was looking at something. I do boot camps every other month. So the odd months. What other questions you guys got? So right now, guys, I can't believe it. There's already 215 entries into the giveaway. I was just looking at it now to see kind of where we were at. So it opened up last night at like 5:30, 5:45, somewhere around there. And there's already 215 people entered. It's going to be a big one. For people who already do billing and coding. So you do it in your job now. Is that what you're saying? What should you study? So I would highly recommend doing the CPC study guide. And then I would recommend doing at least one of the 3 packages of AAPC practice exams. The study guide is going to give you a good refresher beginning to end. And then your practice exams is going to kind of test that overall knowledge and let you know if you're ready. April. Yeah, so you can either do the AAPC questions that are like the unofficial. It doesn't have AAPC practice exam next to it. It just says practice exam. You can either do those, or if you want kind of a general one, then I would do the practice exams D through F. Oh, you do it for gyn-oncology. Okay. Have you always only worked in the gyn-oncology? The only reason that I ask that is because do you have experience in the other areas? Do you feel like you know enough of the other areas? That's how you learned. Okay. So have you ever done it for any other like specialty or anything along those lines? I would start out with that study guide. Hey. So I would start out with those study guides and see what you know and kind of like how you can apply where you're at now. And then if you feel like you are struggling, then maybe I would consider doing a self-paced course, but it's totally up to you. You were thrown into it. Okay. So if that's the case, then I would, and I don't want you to feel like I'm recommending it just because, I want you to take the course, but I would highly recommend doing a course. Yeah. You want to work remotely. Yeah, I get it. I would highly recommend doing a course. If you don't really have knowledge of other specialties or other areas and you just kind of know what you know because you just kind of learned it type thing in that one single specialty, I would recommend doing a course if you have the opportunity to do that. Sweet November. I'm new to coding and here to learn. Currently a college student. Okay. So are you doing a coding program? Do you think I should do the AAPC, CPC, CPB, or should you just do the CPC? Do you have the dual certification is a very good course, okay? If you're looking at directly at AAPC, look at our course at Legacy Education. We offer the exact same course for less, and we offer a lot more benefits. Let me show it to you real quick. Okay, cert for coding, and then you're going to do your RHIT in April. No, I'm not trying to mirror. I'm trying to flip. Sorry, it's not the easiest to move things around here. I'm trying to do it as gracefully as possible. All right. So if you go to the medicalbillcode.com website, is it Naomi? Is that your name? Or am I just totally like butchering that username? If you go to it's Naomi. If you go to our site at medicalbillcode.com, or you can go to the link in my bio, we do have a CPB, CPC dual certification course for $3,300 if you want the self-paced. If you do the dual course with AAPC, let's look and see how much their dual course is. Their dual course starts at $37.99. And it does not include the exam vouchers It does not include a internship. It does not include hardly anything. It includes membership. Yep, it includes membership. That's it. And the course. Whereas hours for 3,300, so it's already 400 less, right? No, 500 less. If you look at what all is included in here, you get the AAPC modules, because we are an AAPC licensed program. You get the modules from AAPC for both CPC and CPB. You get the workbook and textbook for both of the courses as a hard physical copy. AAPC will give you ebooks. You get physical copies of your books, your 3 coding manuals. You get coaching as often as you need, the 1-year membership, book prep, a boot camp for CPC, official CPC practice exams. You get CPC exam voucher 2 attempts, plus the CPB exam voucher 2 attempts. You get Practico to remove the apprenticeship off of your CPC certification. You get an internship that's included, and then you also get resume services with Sarah Reagan, who is hands down probably one of the best people you will ever meet. So if you want the AAPC dual certification course, look at hours, like I said, because it's $500 less and you get tenfold more than you would get if you go directly through AAPC. So Jamie Lynn, yeah, you ended up going with Penn Foster. Yeah. No, I get it. So Lynn, you've already taken courses. How do you become certified? You go to aapc.com, and then you'll have to purchase the AAPC membership and the exam voucher. So it's going to make me log in and won't let me look at it without logging in. Your AAPC membership is $222. And then your exam voucher is $499. Yeah, so it adds up to, is it $621 including like the taxes and stuff, or is it just the $621 and then taxes? I will be honest, I don't know like what it would be. Okay, so it's after taxes, so $621 total for everything. So including the I know. It's expensive. It is so expensive. So if you do a course with us and you already have the coding books for 2025, can you get a discount? We don't offer discounts, but what we can do is we can order you 2026 books whenever that time comes. So we can take the allowance of what we would put towards your 2025 books, and we would put those towards your 2026 books. So that way you don't have to buy them next year. How much studying per day do you think it is, or do you think is necessary on the self-paced to keep good timing? It's going to depend. There is if you want to do it in, well, let me get back to the CPC. If you want to do it in I think this is a 16-week course. So if you want to do it in about a 4-month time frame, then this is the pace that you will want to do your assignments. So there are 21 chapters in the book or in the course. This is the kind of recommended time frame from like a 4-month standpoint. Some people are going to absorb the chapters a little bit better and a little bit easier, and some people are going to struggle with some chapters, and that's totally fine. That's totally normal. Everybody's going to have a different learning style and a different learning pace. So if you want to do it in the 4-month time frame, this is kind of the pace that you want to cover everything. Do you guys have medical prep like AAPC? So by medical prep, do you mean the billing and the coding, Sav, or the coding class? Or are you talking about like the prerequisites? Yeah. What is PNC? Remind me. Okay, yeah, the prerequisites. Oh, let me get that down here. Property and casualty. Okay. So yes, the prerequisites. We do offer the prerequisites. It is, if you go with us, your prerequisites are $950. You can use code TRCC and get 10% off of that. So it takes $95 off of it. So it does drop the cost a little bit. Sugar Mama, the CPC course is $2,700 for self-paced, $3,700 for instructor-led. All right, guys. I hate to do this, but I have to hop off of here. I did not realize what time it was, and I have something that I have to go do. But if you guys have any questions whatsoever, Sav, shoot me a message and we can talk about it. But if you all have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to reach out. Don't forget to go out and enter in for the book prep giveaway that ends tomorrow, and the winner will be announced on Friday. Hopefully I'll chat with you guys soon, and have a good night.